Hi there. So in this video, I want to show you how you can take the test you already have in Microsoft Word or maybe as a PDF, and you can put it right into Schoology. Here's how you do it. First, there's this cool website here. The Blackboard Quiz Generator documentation tells you how this thing is going to work. We're going to use this test generator to create a Schoology test out of what we already have. So this right here lists the types of questions you can create using this generator. I'm going to showcase the multiple choice and the true and false. And it also gives you some instructions here, which you can read later on about how these things are going to look. But I have this awesome test here that I want to be in Schoology as a Schoology quiz, so that I can then do whatever I want to with it, add it to other quizzes, put it in a test bank, add it to assessments, whatever you want to do. I'm going to simply copy and paste some of the questions here that are true and false directly into the test generator. And it's going to look like this. Now, notice that the formatting is kind of, it doesn't keep the same formatting that you have in Word. For the sake of what we're doing here, that's really not important. And I'm not going to do anything to change the document other than I'm going to come down here and just add a T or an F. And I'm not really even going to take the time to make the answers correct. I'm simply going to add them in so you can see the demonstration. So we're going to make them all true. All right. And at this point, I can give it a name. All right. Or I can just leave it how it is, and I can come down here and click on Create Quiz. So it's going to work its magic, and it's going to say the test seemed to have 6 questions, which is true. So I'm going to click on here, and notice it's going to save it to your documents as a zip folder. Now, if I'm in Schoology, and let's say that I want to add these questions directly into the test, here's what you do. So I've already got the zip folder as we just looked at. Now I'm going to hit add question, and I'm going to come down to where it says import test and quiz. Okay, I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to choose this Blackboard option and hit next. It's going to give me this little file menu. I'm going to click on this and go right to my documents, and I'm going to take that zip folder that it just now made, and then I'm going to import it. Now check this out. There are my questions, all 6 of them. And you always want to check this to make sure, but usually it goes through pretty good. You hit the edit on each one of them, you can see that I marked them all as true. And indeed, they are all true. This is really, really cool. It can be done with true and false very, very quickly, as you can see, with very little work ahead of time. You can also do this with multiple choice. And so, if I go back to my quiz, or my test, there are some multiple choice questions down here. Now, you can play around with this and learn a little bit more about it, but what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to show you on these questions here. We're going to take these 3, okay? I'm going to try to capture the whole thing. And then notice that the formatting on 21 and 22 is a little bit strange because the A, B, C, and D are horizontal and not in a stack. So if you look back at the instructions for the documentation, they need to be lined up like this. All right, for the multiple choice. So what we're going to do right now is I'm actually going to take that Word document, I'm going to take those questions, and I want to paste it into Notepad. You can find this by doing a search in your Windows computer, and it's going to limit the formatting on the test. And that's the reason why I like this. Now, in order to make a correct answer correct, you simply want to take an asterisk and put it in front of whichever question you want to have, whichever response you want to be correct. For these here, you need to make them line up. So I just go and I hit enter next to the C and the D. I hit enter next to the C and the D. And now here's the thing, is that like A, C, B, D, that don't make no sense, but it still works, even without having to switch them around. So observe. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy it into my test generator. I'm just going to Control A and paste over the ones I already did and hit create. Should be 3 questions. There they are. I'm going to click here, and then they're going to pop up in my documents again. This time I'm going to go to the same quiz to showcase this example. I'm going to do add question and import the test or quiz. I'm going to choose the Blackboard option, and then when I go to file, this time I'm going to click the one that just now popped up and then import. And now look, it's going to put them up at the top, the multiple choice responses. Now, I indicated that, for example, number 22, C, which is where B should be, is Serbia, according to what I indicated as the right answer. That would be question number 3. If I click on the edit here, I can see that despite the fact that the C and the B were in the wrong place, Serbia is marked as the correct response. And you'd want to verify this and make sure that your answers went in correctly, but usually, like I said, it does. And that's really all there is to it. Now you have these forever in this quiz. The next thing that I would recommend you do is, if you want to have them forever that you can use on other Schoology assessments, simply add the questions, go to options, and add the questions to a test bank. In order to do this, you have to have already created the test bank in your Schoology resources. That's all there is to it.